Okay, friends, welcome back at another session to Thinking on Destiny. Before we go further into the Percival wisdom and what he is giving today, let us meditate on his consciousness. Please sit in a meditative posture. Cross your legs, clasp your hands, and close your eyes. Please observe your natural soft breath. Let us forget we are the doers of this body. Let us contact our thinker. Please place your hands on your eyes for a few seconds. Open your eyes with a beautiful smile on your face. Before we go further on our what Percival is going to talk to us, let us recap what we have learned in the last class. We came to a re-existence, the chapter of re-existence. In this, we understood that a human being is a fourfold physical body. He is the light from the intelligence. So the physical body is the condensation of the four elements that belongs to nature. So with this, the breath form clothes itself the radiant matter and breathes through the four bodies. The radiant, airy, fluid bodies are intracellular bodies and connect to the parts of the solid body to each other. So this is the thing that we have learned. And so we also learned about the involuntary functions, that the nature affects one of the senses through the sensory nerve fibers an involuntary system in the organs of that particular sense. The sense that acts on the breath form, that acts on the motor fibers of involuntary system, and they compel the organs of the body and the functions. And here the triune self ultimately is the light. That light, everything that affects to grow towards and become the light and depart from it and disappear. So the
Prasanna, your voice
nature triune self. So whenever the back or repels when it is to it. So the only the light is in the noetic and mental atmosphere, that is, and it is not in the psychic atmosphere. This is what we have learned. And now let us go to the further to the in the same re-existence introduction chapter. Okay, let me share my screen. Something. Okay, share screen. Let me know. Are you able to see my screen? Sirishigaru?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, then slideshow from current slide. Okay. Freedom from nature. So what is that freedom from the nature? Because whatever the light we are getting, we understood that the light we are giving it to whom we are giving the light? We are giving the light to the nature. The nature is depending on the light that is coming from us. So we are drawing the light and we are giving to the nature. Freedom from nature. When the freedom from the nature? Because we are everything we want from the nature. That's where we are so connected. Suppose if you want to, the moment you saw some fruit, if you want to go and get that, the desire is going to that nature and you are connecting and you are giving the light to that. You feel that you are taking that fruit to you, but you are giving in a way through your desire, you are giving the light to that. Similarly, anything from the morning that we woke up, we want that, we want this, we want that. So there should be a time where you should be able to just take whatever it comes to you without desiring. It's not that you should not eat or you should not do, but without desiring a particular things, whatever it comes to you should be able to eat. Then that light, giving away the light to the nature, will cut off. So which means the light will be circulating within yourself. So there is a chance, that's how you can, there's a possibility that you can become the one with that, you can become you can merge with that particular light. The human body keeps up the circulation of the nature within the human world. Because why it is keeping up? Because everything we wanted from the nature, either water or some food or something, if not some job or buy some home, buy some car, all this is the nature only. So this is a human bodies keep on circulating this with the human world. Through it, nature gets the forms of her animals and plants, and that beings that animate them under her very gods. Okay, here there is a lot of meaning in this sentence. Through its nature. So whatever the nature that we are desiring, right? So depending upon our desires, those desires are becoming in animals. Those are going to the animals. Those are going to the plants, and same thing. They are also becoming the gods. Suppose if you are bringing a one stone and keeping it as a god, and you are saying that this is the god. Okay, whenever you are saying it is a god, and it is it not having the powers? It is having the power. It is showing the power. It is so from who are giving that power to that god or that particular stone? So everybody are giving that energy, your light you are giving there. So that is becoming a god. Similarly, whenever you are getting a wild thoughts, those thoughts, when it goes to the nature, so that may be feeding to the cruel animals. So whenever you are having some other thoughts, it may be the food for the plants. So this light, that's how the light is going to everywhere. Your light, whatever the light you are drawing from the noetic atmosphere, is going to everywhere. Elementals of the nature become sensation of the human body. Whatever the elementals of the nature that you have, that become the sensations. So the elementals will give you some sensations of the human to the human body. That's how you, because your nature is working on it. Suppose if you are seeing a beautiful girl, let us take a beautiful girl is going. So one person will see and say, "Oh, she's beautiful," and leave it. Okay, the other person's the sensation is acting differently. He want that girl kind of thing. Okay, so his wild thoughts are going in a different way. So your elementals are working on your sensations of your body. Doers has its feelings and desires moved by the nature through the human body. So doers have its feelings. So every one of us are having the feelings, but desires were moved by the nature. That's what you may be having the feelings, but desires you should always have that. You should always have in a control. Otherwise, desires will take you off. So you, whatever that you wanted to achieve, right? Even if you are close to your realization, close to your thing, so one desire can pull you off like anything from that. Reaching that goal. So you should always be conscious or awareness of what is that desire that you are having it. Is my desire is the right desire? Whether it is actually stopping at the heart, when it is stopping at the heart, is it the heart is giving go decision, or it is saying no, even then you are going. Everybody will have that. The thinker position is there within you, and the thinker will tell you whether this is the right thinking or not. So you should have that kind of awareness. The doer furnishes the experiences. From the doer have emotions and may learn and acquire the knowledge. The doer furnishes the experiences from which the doer have emotions and may learn and acquire the knowledge. So through your emotions only you may learn and acquire the knowledge. Suppose if you are saying that you came from an animal kingdom, so let us take, if you are taking from all the that conventional way, if you are coming from mineral to plant to animal to a person, like to a human being, when you come, if you are coming to that way, in the beginning of the life, you will not have any knowledge because you don't have any experience, isn't it? Because you have the experience as an animal, so whenever you are hungry, you just go and bite and eat it, then come. That is what you have the animal. So you do not have any experience as a human being. You will not have the any feelings or any of the emotions. So when you are experiencing through emotions, through the things, then only you will learn it. So the love you will learn when you are in the human being. Similarly, the opposite way, the hatred also you are learning, but which one you are learning. So when you are actually conscious of it, when you are awareness of your feelings, you will understand which feeling is actually giving the pleasure, which feeling is not actually means even though you are pretending that it is giving the pleasure. My recent experience when I go to the farmhouse and all, right? So that lady, whoever is actually living there, she is also a software engineer like me and who is working and all. She's very happy wearing a 500 rupees cotton sari and very, very happy. So whenever I look back, when I look back to myself, when I wore even 5,000 or 50,000 sari, am I be that much happy? She's careless. So happily she is sitting anywhere that she wanted, and she is doing everything in the nature. She is putting the mud on the sari. It doesn't care. Oh, I can wash it. I can get on it. It'll go away. Don't worry, kind of thing, right? That care freedom is there for her. But when I wear 50,000 sari and go out, I will always take care of my sari, isn't it? So here, that my desire are that thing, right? So both are wearing the same thing. Both are, because she's happy in that, and I am happy here. But actually, that happiness, the feelings, awareness, if I see that, right? She was more happy because she is careless. She need not worry about careless, in the sense she need not worry about her sari. She's worrying about the people who are coming and what is she serving, what is she doing and all. But whereas if I come to me, then I'm worried about my sari too, because it was so expensive. So that is the reason. What is that? Means whenever you go such places, right? If you start awareness, you can dig to your feelings. For you, those people didn't come to our thing So maybe we may be teaching to some people, but some of the people, very simple people, will come to in our life to teach us something. It is us, they may not teach explicitly, but it is us who has to be aware and learn the things. So here also the doer has to learn from his emotions. So what is that in the example? What is that emotion I am playing there? What is that emotion she is playing there? When both are happy with the sari, why should I spend this much amount, and why should I have that kind of tension, that kind of thing, right? So this is the one we should always, because I gave an example because recent my looking back, looking inside, right? That is what. So for everything you can look back, look and see what exactly that you are doing it. Without a human body, it could never grow out of the nature and obtain the freedom. Remember, friends, so as Patri sir also mentioned many times, without the human body, you cannot learn. You cannot come to this earth school. It's a good opportunity when you are in the human body. It's a good opportunity to experience all the emotions, to learn from that. So if we are wasting this particular life, then we are not able to, because after going back, oh my God, I wasted the life. So the entire 60, 70 years of life is gone. And again, you have to introspect yourself, and you have to get your you have to wait for your the physical body time, and you have to wait for the suitable parents. All those things you have to take. And again, if you come back here and if you are forgetting, so when you are understanding, or when we are reading such kind of books or learning the knowledge, at least through these books, the universe is giving, you didn't come for here to just to enjoyment. You came here for some purpose. I always ask many people, right? Many people, what is my purpose? How do I find out the purpose? In a simple way, those people are living in the farms and saying, we know our purpose. We want to give a healthy food to the people. So such a simply, they know their purpose and they are working towards. And why we are actually, because we are jungling so many things we are just keeping, and we are in the maze kind of thing. So once you know that kind of purpose, right, then, so the purpose is simple, as Percival has explained in his first chapter itself. The thing, whenever you are doing, which thing you can do without expecting anything, without expecting a single penny, a single dollar, single expectations, without anything, you can do something on your own, which gives you ultimate happiness. That is your purpose. Okay, so that is where you have to spend your time. That is, so they are not, like I said, so these people who are working in a software engineer, but still they are going because they find their purpose. Even if the whole money was gone, they are not caring for it. Similarly, when I come here, when I come to teach, so I'll keep my work aside and I will prepare and I'll come. So I feel immense happy whenever I'm teaching any book. So that is my purpose. So different people will have the different purpose, and we can learn this purpose and we can live only with the human body. So if you are coming in the human body, simply eating, doing your work and taking care of your kids and going and piling up your properties, which means that you are just simply wasting your money. Wasting your life. You're not learning anything. We came here to learn. Always try to learn from each and everything, from each and every. Then only you can grow out of the nature. Only when you, suppose if I say, right, so when the same example if I take, when I like the clothes or sari so much, I have to earn and I have to experience it. Once I experienced it, then see, now I compared. What is that happiness? So now I can grow out of that. So once you experience it through it, then only you can grow out of it. So when we come here, this is the health earth school, where it gives you an opportunity to learn the things. Okay. In a human form, we can meet, intermingle, and become related. The 4 worlds and 4 atmospheres, all the 4 worlds we can intermingle, and we can 4 atmospheres we can intermingle, and we can meet, and we can experience the thing. The fourfold body is built in a separate sections, systems, and special organs, so that it can get the light of intelligence in it, and there be conscious of what it thinks, feels, does, have the commerce of the with the nature, so that the nature can get through light. So here it is saying the fourfold body, the physical body, with so many systems, circulatory system, respiratory system, generative system, all those systems, right? With all the systems, the special organs. So why this is built up is we can take the light of intelligence, whatever that intelligence that you have, you can take that light of intelligence into your body. That light of intelligence you can take in it, and you can conscious of it. So when you are getting that light of intelligence, you will be conscious of what you think. The same scenario, what I just have explained, right? So if somebody who doesn't have any knowledge, if he goes, oh, what is this life these people are having? So after the work, they are going there, and they are just mudding their hands and all the physical work what they are doing, and they are not enjoying any of their life. So what is that the enjoyment you feel? You feel the weekend is going to the parties and going to the means whatever that getting ready and going and mingling with the people. That is what you feel it, right? So those people are unnecessarily, they are working hard, they are spending all their hard-earned money there. So that could be the one of the perspective. So when you do not have that light, the conscious light, because light of intelligence is there for everybody, when you are not conscious of it, when you are conscious of it, you will be able to learn from it. When you are not conscious of it, you will be able to, you will say that only. So this is the pace. So when you are conscious of your light, you will be able to have the commerce with the nature. So what is that nature that you are getting it, right? So I think I thought deeply whenever they are just cooking on the open fire and all they're giving, right? When I think deeply and when I'm meditating, I got a response saying that when it is cooked in the nature, it is so much intermingled with all the 5 elements of the nature. Panchabhutas, the food is so much intermingled. It is directly on fire and it is on the open air. And so we are using directly from the soil that we are taking. It was so much intermingled with the nature. So the food was so tasty because it is coming from that Panchabhuta. It's not refined or anything. So that is the reason. And also the people who are working there, if they are so pure-hearted, so their feelings were also, their feelings and everything was intermingled, and you are able to taste that food so well. So when I because when I'm going to the 5-star hotel or something, why I'm not getting this, why I didn't feel this much happy, why I'm feeling this is so simple food, why I'm feeling so much happiness inside me, right? So when I just think of, and then the next day meditation I got, so you are connected to the nature. Because of that only, so through that food, you are connected to the nature and you are taking the nature directly into yourself. So that light is coming within you because you are conscious of it, you are aware of it, you are able to enjoy that. Okay. With the death, the link between the chains of the nature and the triune self is destroyed. With the death, when the death is happened, so the triune self is there within you, the doer is gone out of it. So the link is withdrawn from the nature. So after the death, you cannot ask for those things and all, right? So that link was destroyed. The nature later gets the animal desires of the doers and lodges them into the animal bodies. Here what he's saying is, if this body, if the whoever is died, right? If this body is having too many desires that but was not fulfilled, and those desires which are animal kind of desires, those will go to the animals. Okay, so those will go animals, and the animals may act upon it. The elemental matter composed by the body goes back into the 4 elements, and the elementals go into their elemental races. So the elemental matter, whatever that 4 elements that you have, those will go to the 4 elements, the Panchabhutas. The 4 senses, after they left heaven, may become the nature spirits in the human form. So the 4 senses, they will be there until you go to that purgatory period, that heaven period, whatever it is, it will be there. Later it will get separated. So that may go to the nature spirits because those are the senses, 4 senses. Some may become the glorious beings of the elements. Depends how you lead the life in the physical life, right? So some become the glorious beings in the elementals. So they will be doing very good jobs as well. The elemental beings bear the stamp of the doer in the human body. In those charge they carry the marks and acts performed by the doer while they are in the body. Remember, the elemental beings bear the stamp of the doer. So suppose if as a doer, I took so much pain. I took so much pain, and so many people, means it is all took so much pain in the sense this is all your perspective. Again, I'm saying this is all your perspective. Okay. So you, out of the same situation, you took that so much pain, and the pain was ingraded within you. So you are the charge. So even after the death, so that stamp will be there. That stamp of the pain or whatever the feelings that you have, it will be there on your human body. And as you carry the birth after the birth also, that pain or that marks will be carrying within you through the other bodies too. These marks will retain even though they have passed into the 1,000 other bodies. Even if you are passing the 1,000 other bodies, it will be the same. See, similarly, the same situation whatever I'm explaining, right? So when I go, suppose her parents came, the girl parents came, and they said, oh my God, why in the world my daughter is actually struggling like this? Why she has to come? And because they are carrying that kind of pain, right? So it is not that, it is a perspective again. The girl is doing it happily. Only the parents that are feeling that, oh, their daughter is so much doing. So we thought that like any other software engineer, my daughter and my son-in-law will also enjoy. What is this nonsense they're doing? So they have those marks. It is the same incident or a same scene perspective. So I feel it in a different way. If Sirisha comes there, she may be feeling in a different way. If you comes, you may be feeling in a different way. When their parents comes, they are feeling that, oh, my daughter is working so hard. What is this karma that she is doing it? Why she has to do all this? So they are carrying that pain within them. So that pain impression will be there. But irrespective of the scene that is happening there, they will carry that pain from throughout the lifetime after the lifetime. The doer after the death acts with itself. What is happening to the doer after the death? The doer after the death acts itself. Acts itself means it works on itself. Works itself, churns itself, whatever that you are working on, you are not actually bothered about other souls around you. You will be work on yourself. Why I came? What is the intention? What is the plan I went? What is that I have agreement with other souls? When I am a pure soul, what is that all the thing that I took it? How I went into the earth plane? What are the things I did it? Why I forgot these things? Why I have wasted my life? Or oh my God, I did all the good job. Whatever the things that I have thought so you work on yourself. You are not bothered by other people because it is your life, your plan. You have to come out of it. So you will work on yourself under the light of intelligence. You will have because you are a pure soul and the light of intelligence is giving you all the good suggestions. So under the light of intelligence, it go through certain changes. So you will go through certain changes like, okay, I should learn this point. I should not be doing this. So like this, you will take some of the things which are the digestion and assimilation of the thoughts its human being had in the past life. So whatever that life that you are having, right, past life, you are trying to digest, assimilate the facts or the thoughts that you have done in the past life. It works with light of intelligence. So you work with the light of intelligence. You will not work with any other soul. You are working on your life. You are working on your thoughts. You are working everything on yourself with the help of light of intelligence. Some of its desires are outstanding in animal forms. There are some of the desires are outstanding and they will be there in the desire of the animal forms. Some of the light was given to its use, outstanding in nature, must be reclaimed and freed. So whatever the light that was given to the nature, right, from this particular soul, it can be reclaimed after the death so that it can be freed. In a mental atmosphere, innumerable thoughts circulates in longer and shorter cycles. So whatever the thoughts that you have done when you are a physical life, when you are in the physical life, right, whatever the thoughts you have done, all those thoughts will be circulating in your mental atmosphere because your physical body was gone. You cannot exteriorize your thoughts into the physical body now, but still whatever the thoughts you have done, whatever that you you think of those thoughts are there in your mental atmosphere. So they were the longer or the shorter cycles, they will be doing it. They are unsatisfied because those things are unsatisfied. You want to do something, you couldn't do it, or you wanted to reach something and you didn't, and you want to meet somebody, you couldn't. So all these thoughts, whatever the thoughts that you did it repeatedly in the physical things, those things are unsatisfied, latent desires for things of the physical life. So those thoughts will still be there. These thoughts ever moving the mental atmosphere, these thoughts are always in the mental atmosphere, seek exteriorization by their own energy. They wanted to exteriorize, they want to come out with their own energy. But to come out of the energy also, you need to have, right? They bring themselves in touch with the awakened sleeping desires due to the time, because they bring themselves into the touch with the awakened and sleeping desires due to time. Desires cannot be killed, their powers must be expressed until they change themselves, since they cannot be satisfied. Desires, your desires cannot be killed. You cannot say that those desires should be satisfied, those desires should be. So, or you should understand that this is a wrong desire. This should not be the case. So whenever you understand that this desire is not the right desire, you cannot have this kind of desire, then you will come out. Okay. That is how it will be. Desires cannot be killed. They are powers. You cannot kill those desires. They are the powers and must be expressed until they change themselves, since they cannot be satisfied. Desires develop into the innumerable variety. Desires develop into innumerable variety of the desires. Through these, the few comprehensive subdivisions such as lust, greed, selfishness, slothiness, these desires haul and roar over under the diffuse light of intelligence. So if you are having this kind of desires, right, so they will be, because those are unsatisfied desires, lust, greed, selfishness, all those things will be subdivided, and they will be under the diffuse light of intelligence, because your desires are negative emotions, negative kind of thing, right? So whenever so your light will not be your, even though the light of intelligence is coming, it is getting diffused because of your desires, because your desires are roaring, you're howling, their desires are, I want that, I wanted to do this kind of thing, right? Even though it is saying, your heart is saying no, it is not right, but because the desire is so strong, you are not listening to your heart, you are not listening to your righteousness and reasoning. The light of intelligence is not able to do anything, so it is getting diffused. So it is getting dimmed. The light of intelligence is getting dimmed. And those strong desires, when you are not having the body, those are going into the animals. But even though the animals cannot feel that same degree as the human has feel, same degree of gratification you will not get through animal body. Even if you had it, that through that gratification you will not get it. So you wanted to have still with the human body. For these reasons, the chains of the nature and the triune self attract to each other. Again, the chains of the nature and the triune self attract to each other. This happens after necessary time elapsed. After some time elapsed, the body death after some time elapsed, right? The doer digests, so he digests what he has done, assimilated, rest, and he feel new hunger. Now he want to have the new hunger for the earthly life. Now I'm fine. Now I'm good. I can go back and I can learn something. So you started having the new hunger and you wanted to come back to this earthly life. Nature automatically wants the circulation of the elements through the new forms from the human body. So anyway, nature wants the new forms from the human body. A cycle through implies the AIA. A cycle impulse through AIA. We know that this is coming to AIA and then intelligence. A thought is made up of interest the doer has living. A thought is made up of interest the doer has in living. So a thought is made up of whatever the doer is interest, whatever when I'm living, whatever that I'm interested in, right? Well, I wanted to do this, I wanted to do this. So suppose, so off late my, because as I do some counselings, off late my interest is I wanted to do counseling. This is my, that in that way I can help the people. This is my interest. So because I'm thinking of so much of thinking, how do I improve my counseling skills? How do I better do the things, right? This is the thought that I'm making. So whenever I'm making these thoughts, thought. So this will stay. If I'm able to do in this lifetime, if I'm satisfied, then it is fine. I will learn something from it. Suppose if that is there and still because of the other compulsions, I'm doing my software job until the end, and suddenly if I disappear from this world, what will happen? The thought that I released continuously that I wanted to do the counseling course and do something useful, that will be there. So that will be circulating. Okay, a strong desire, whichever it is circulating in your mental atmosphere. And when your soul is ready to take another birth, so again this thought will come and sit into that soul, because that is the thought that you are actually released, so that may exteriorize in the coming life. A thought is merged, the dominant thoughts, which is filled the dying moment in the past life. Remember, the dominant thought. What is the dominant thought? The thought that you feel the dying moment. When you are dying, you are making some thought. That is why in Bhagavad Gita, Sri Krishna says, whoever thinks of me, they will reach me. He will say in one of the chapter, whoever at the time of the death, whoever thinks of me, they will reach me. That means whoever thinks of that supreme intelligence, so they can reach to that supreme intelligence. Whoever thinks of something else, they will reach the same thing. So this is what it is. So your thought that every day, because how can you actually think of the Sri Krishna, the Lord, the supreme intelligence at the end of the life? If you are not actually thinking of them throughout your life, you will not get it. You will not be able to call him at the time of the death. You will tremble with the fear. Oh, I'm dying. What to do? What kind of to? And if you don't have the knowledge where to go after the death, then you will be struggling. So you will try to go back to the body, and you will do all the things. You will do it because you don't know what is the life after death, or what you can do it. So these are the books that it is giving. After death, you have the life. After death, you can digest, assimilate, and once you are ready, then this triune self furnishes the body, and furnishes until after the birth. So then you can come to the birth again. But that's how you can re-existence and the birth. So here there is a breath and breath form. So there's a spelling mistake. Breath and breath form. Okay. Okay. Breath form, not a form. Okay. After the doer had finished its heaven period. So the doer has finished its heaven period. The breath and the breath form disunited. So the breath is separate and the breath form is separate. The form becomes the mere speck. The breath form becomes the mere speck or a point in a non-dimensional condition. It will be there, the breath form. When a new physical body to be built for the doer. So at some point after that, so when a new physical body has to be built, the dominant thought of the past life presses towards exteriorization and starts the AA. So whenever it is ready for the new body, right, the dominant thought, whatever the last thought of the previous dying body, that thought will come and exteriorize and pushes into this body, okay, and starts that AA. The AA draws the essential breath matter from the four worlds. So it draws from the essential four worlds also, it will draws that breath matter and causes the breath to revive its form. Together, the breath form will be the living skull. The breath form means the four worlds in the sense, the physical world, psychic world, mental world and noetic world. It is pulling all the things and it is giving the sufficient breath form to that particular soul. Then it will become a living soul in the new physical body, and will be built by the man and woman for the doer to dwell into the operate the body. So after getting that one, this will build by the man and the woman in the physical body so that he can start the life. At that junction of time, what is happening? At that junction of time, condition and place, the breath of the breath form unites the physical breaths of the parents to be. So the breath of the breath form, what it is going? It is going and uniting to the breath is uniting with the breath form of the physical breaths of the parents to be. It is going and uniting with the parents. And the forms of the breath form enters the mother body. The forms of the breath form is entering into the mother body. Later it is bonding the two germs. Later it is coming the male germ and the two germs. So as the conception. So that the conception is starting. The breath of the breath form remains in the mother's atmosphere during the pregnancy. The breath of the breath form is still remains with the during the pregnancy. The form of the breath form is the impregnated ovum according to the physical body built. It is an impregnated ovum. It was inside, and according to the physical body built. The birth takes place in the physical plane only. The birth can take place only in the physical plane only. The breath form of the mother helps the breath breathe it into the physical body. The breath form, so the mother helps, right? This ovum, this fetus, the mother only helps. So whenever she is taking the breath, it is going. Whenever she is eating, it is going. So it is helping. The breath of the breath form enters the infant with the first gasp and unites with the form of the infant's heart. The breath form is there, but the breath form went into the parent's thing, and it was protected by the mother. And whenever the time condition and everything comes, the fetus will come out. So the first time when it comes out, by the first breath itself, this breath will go and attach to its breath form. Breath form is coming through mother, and breath is going and attaching to the physical body of the first gasp. Whenever the first time he is breathing, the breath goes. All the physical steps from the conception to the birth are long chain of the nature. This is all the nature. We all know it's all the nature. It's a long chain of the nature. The generative system is the first starts. This is the first one to start and last one to be completed. It connects the light world and the fire element. So remember, the generative system is connecting to the light world and the element is fire. Similarly, the respiratory system is connected to the life world and the element is air. And circulatory system is connecting the form world and the element is water. The digestive system is connecting the physical world and the element is earth. With the four elements, four systems are connecting to the four elements through that the four worlds, remember. So here, first one is a generative system connecting to light world. With light world, remember it's a fire. Respiratory system, the breath is connecting to the life world and it is the air. Respiration is air. The circulatory system is in your body is connecting the form world and the element is water element. And digestive system, we all know it is the physical world and the element is earth. So with like this, our physical body is built. Elementals which are called into the body to build out the physical hereditary also have to act on it through the mother. Elementals which are called into the body to build out the physical hereditary. Suppose there are some of the things that physical body want to take the hereditary. So we say it is hereditary. Some of the diseases came through hereditary. Some of the traits came through hereditary, like height, weight, all those things. So this is also that soul, whoever is born, whoever is chosen these parents, right? That soul has chosen that these qualities I'm going to heredit from these persons. That is why it chooses that particular. So that also it starts united with the person. Digestion, circulation, respiration, and some of the functions of the digestive system all have to be carried on the mother for the fetus. Everything, the functions are carried by the mother when the soul is when the breath form is in the fetus. Forces, it is guarding, it is actually taking care of it. After the birth form unites with the breath, then it function independently. Once the breath went into the breath form, once the baby was born, the breath was attached to the breath form, then it can function independently. Until then, the mother is the one who is actually protecting. Breath form operates under impulses of the nature. Breath form is operating under the impulses of the nature through four links, four systems. The link is connected with the chain of the nature. So the breath form is operating through nature with all these four worlds, and it is operating through the nature only. The doer does not begin to enter the body until the kidneys and adrenals stations are sufficiently developed to admit feeling and desire. Remember, your feelings and desires are starting from your adrenals and kidneys, right? So your feelings and desires should should feel it when the kidneys and adrenals were developed. Then only you can feel it. So the doer will not enter into the body until these things were actually fully. The thinker and knower, we are the triune self, right? We are not alone. The thinker and knower do not enter into the body, remember. So only the doer will enter into the body. The thinker and doer will not enter into the body, but they are in touch, but they are in contact with the doer. When they will always be in contact with the doer. So the memory of early days in the body are possible, because whenever you were born, right, it is possible, because the thinker and doer is in contact with the body. So that is why those first 7 years, they will have the memories of the past life. When they comes out of, nowadays they are saying, like previously, because they were were freed, right? So the kids were so free that until 5-6 years they can just go and live like. But nowadays we are not making them free. After 2 years, after 3 years, we are keeping them in a school, then learn it. So because of that, what is happening is the previous memories will go fast, because we are bringing them into the physical world. We are just pushing them into this physical world. So whatever the thinker and knower is in contact and telling, we are not letting it go. Years will pass before the thinker. So suppose this doer, right? Doer is in the body. Before the doer getting in contact with this thinker and knower, so many years will pass. Okay. After so many years of the thing, then the triune self will. Then when the organs were developed sufficiently, right, then this thinker and knower will start coming into this. When the feelings of righteousness and reasoning begins. So whenever the kid is doing something, oh, is it right? The feeling comes. Whether I'm doing, because when the baby was born, actually, even if you are putting a fire, she will put the hand on the fire, because she doesn't know that fire will give burns, or it hurts. So it is a pure thing. So they doesn't know. So once they know, similarly, if you are slapping, they will slap at you, because how many kids if you are slapping like this, they will also slap like this, right? That means they doesn't know anything. So once they grow up, so they will know, oh, I should not say a word. I should not do this thing. So the reasoning will start. The righteousness will start, right? So that time the thinker contacts the body. So whenever that time the thinker is connecting to the body and it is in contact of the body. The puberty, at the time of puberty, the knower contacts the body. So that's when, once at the time of the puberty, all the three are in contact. Doer, thinker, and knower are in contact. They are ready to help. When the three parts are in contact to the body, the chain of the triune self is aligned with the chain of the nature. Now the chain of the triune self is aligning with the nature. But only thing is, at the time of puberty itself, the thinker is coming to the contact, the knower is coming to the contact. But we, human beings, we are so, it's not innocent. We are so, what do you say? We are in the layer that we don't know. We don't know that we are also, there is a thinker is also there. We don't know that there is a knower. We don't know that we have all the knowledge that we wanted. We don't know that if you are thinking, if we can go inwards, we can think and we can do anything that we wanted. That is the lack of knowledge. We are just thinking that we are this body. We are the doers. I can only do this. I can only do that. I cannot do that. I cannot. So because we are not, even though at the puberty time itself, the thinker and knower are in contact, they are ready to help you. But only thing is, you are not going there. You're not going there, and you're not asking the sitting calm and help. So, suppose in this space, there are so much radio waves, isn't it? Suppose because I'm not able to hear those things, I'm not able to hear those radio waves. Is it in the radio waves are not there here in this space? They are there. If I tune to that waves, if I put an instrument and tune to that particular frequency, I am able to hear those things. How I am able to hear? When I'm tuning to that frequency, because they are already existing. Similarly, here in our body, there is always that the thinker and knower is there at the time of puberty itself. They are there with us, but we are not contacting them. So we have to go inside and contact the knower. When the knower is in contact, the doer becomes responsible and must account for its thoughts and acts. The thinker and the knower do not enter the body. They are only in contact. They will not come into the body. They will only in contact with it. So whenever you are actually in contact with the knower or a thinker, you will see things differently. Your perspective of the way of seeing the things will be different. Suppose if somebody coming and hurting, okay, you may say that, okay, maybe I have done such an act to somebody else. He did it to me so that my bondage, my karmic bondage is wiped off. So excused. Nothing. There's no, you are not keeping any grudge on the other person or anything. Suppose if you don't know any of the things, oh, he did it. He did it to me. I have to do something. So that kind of, you are thinking that you are just the body. You are me kind of thing, right? You are saying that me only to this body. When your frequency was a bit high, then you will see everybody is you only, because you are there in everybody and everybody is there in you. So in each one is having the different quality. When you can see at the higher frequencies, when you can see the things that way, you will have the different perspective. Definitely, you will not feel same as the other person. So that's what, when the new year is in contact with you, you will feel so much responsible. Suppose when the other day, when I'm sitting there when my flight got delayed, I was sitting in the airport for a long time. I just thought, okay, why this condition comes to me? Okay, I would have gone by 7 o'clock. I have to attend some other session and do it. So that doesn't happen. So instead of blaming on the situation, instead of cribbing about it, then I see what is my to-do list, what is that pending. Suddenly somebody called, okay, this is the time. So this is the time, that is why it goes. So I need to spend some time to her, because she needs some help, some counseling. She called me. Then I said, give me like for 10 minutes, let me settle down at one place, I'll give you a call back. So I settled down at one place, kept my bag and all, I had my water, and then I start calling. 1 hour I could spend. So it means we may be thinking something else or some other things. If you can utilize, if you can be in the different frequencies, so this is the time that I should give somebody. This is the task that is assigned to me, or this is a task that I should be able to help. In that way, you will not feel anything bad. You will not feel anything, what do you say, anything negative about the situation that has happened. You will see this could be the purpose, would be the different. While I'm waiting, there is whoever came to drop, right? They are waiting outside the airport all the day. So I learned so much how much patience one person should have, that waiting for 5-6 hours if she needs anything. So it is that from that particular situation I should learn. So how much patience should be having one person, that thinking about the other person, about we have to do, we have to take care of the thing. So that kind of patience I should learn it. So in that situation, when you are aware of it, there are so many things that you can learn. But simply, if you do not have this kind of knowledge, if you don't know all these things, you simply blame that airlines. What is this airlines guy is doing? It has to come at 6 o'clock. It came, all my day was ruined. So you will be like so much stressed out. When you are utilizing that time properly in some other thing, you will not get stressed out, because you repurpose the time for something else. So you will not get stressed out. Whenever the flight comes, you will travel and you'll come back. That's what I did it. So this is all happened because we know that the things are happening for a reason. They are not coming just like that. They're happening for a reason. Then you will be able to understand the situation. You will be able to grow with the situation. Re-existing doer makes the human physical body. So whenever in coming back to this subject, whenever that thing, the small portion of the doer comes to the body, that's what here, small portion of the doer means the soul will come, that soul will come, the small portion of the doer, whatever that he has did, right? He will not bring all the things to the things. So whenever if he brings all the things, he may not able to take it. He will take only the small portion and re-exist in the physical body. When they are not in the physical bodies, they work over and work out what they made while they are in the world in the human bodies. See, when they are not in the physical bodies, these people, what they are doing, they are working on them. They are working in, working out, working over. They are trying to work on them. What they have done with the physical bodies, what they are going to do when they are taking the physical bodies. Everything on the physical plane is the exteriorization of the human thoughts. Remember, friends, everything on the human body is an exteriorization of the physical thoughts only. Whatever the thoughts that you are doing, right, that only it is coming. It is not coming anything other than what you are doing. Whatever that you are doing in the physical body, whatever you are thinking, that is only coming to you. If something bad is coming, maybe if not in this life, you thought that in the previous life. You thought that in the previous life, because of that, it is coming. It is only the exteriorization of the physical, but that is the one which we always should remember. It will not, the exteriorization of the thoughts of the doer makes the common ground. Whatever the thoughts that you are doing, that is the common ground for the next life. That is only it is coming. It is not coming. So sometimes those thoughts, like suppose all the thoughts kind of thing. So all the thoughts may be group put together, the grouping kind of the people, because whenever you are coming back, suppose if you have the bondage, you will have some soul contacts. Okay, I will do this, and you have to, there is a receipt. So some kind of contacts you will make it as a soul, and then you will come as a group souls here. And those souls at that particular time and condition comes, they will come in contact with your life. So some people are coming and actually doing something negative, which means that you are not on the right track. When you are not on the right track, okay, some basic hit come in your life, some bad thing happened, then you will, okay, what is this life? Then you will suddenly realize, okay, this is not the one I came, and my purpose is different. We have seen so many souls that their life has changed 360 degrees, and totally different persons they became after they hit some cancer or after. So why to hit the cancer, and why to have some bad incident? When we have this knowledge, we can change ourselves. Without hitting any bad incidents, we can change ourselves. That is what we have to learn from this. When you know that you came some purpose, when you only for that purpose only, you can just learn and live, instead of just trying to have that bad incident. So your feelings, your thoughts are caused here. You say they came to this common ground to meet each other, and their thoughts and their feelings has caused their common ground. The common ground unites them, their aversions as well as their interest. So this common ground, when they come to the physical world, this is it is actually uniting some of the people because of the common ground, common interest, or it is aversion because of the some of the interest. It could be only because of your thoughts only it is happening. And there is a self-interest is also there. You are working with your inner self and self-interest. Like I told, I wanted to do that counseling kind of thing. That is my self-interest. So because of that, I want to go to the counseling workshop. Or then, so this is a prerequisite for that. Let me go there and attend, because this is my self-interest, right? So I'm going one after the other. Suppose if it is not there for me, something happened, I couldn't go to the counseling thing. So maybe it is not for me at this moment. That's what I could think of. So if it is for me, and if I have to go, then I would have gone. Or it may not be necessary for this time, or it may be for some other time. I don't know what is the universal thing, right? We have to accept as it is. We need not go against and then fight for it. Okay. How is it the world holds together after the mysterious ordering, joining, unity of the clash of the jar? So everything, right? So all this mysterious world, whatever your thoughts, it is actually joining your thoughts, and it is wisely, it is bringing up into the life. Whatever you made those thoughts, it is wisely bringing up. If you think back, if you just sit calm and think back, right? Oh, that time I thought of it. It came to me. That time I thought if it comes, it would be. So how many of you, every one of us, we if you look back, whatever that happened to us, we would have thought somewhere in the some time back. If not, if it is this life, you will get to understand. If not this life, you may not understand, but that is there in the previous life also. So the answer, the external nature, there is a wise ordering of the events by the intelligence and complete triumphal. There's a wise ordering of the events. Whatever that we thought, right? Wisely, your intelligence is ordering. Your triune self is ordering in your life wisely, one after the another, so that you will learn the things. You will learn the things. You will become from intelligence to the supreme intelligence. So that's how the the triune self acting under the supreme, the triune self is acting under the supreme intelligence. It orders all the things. Not only these things, it also orders the terrestrial events. When that the earthquake should come, when that the things, so the terrestrial events also it will align, arrange the elements in the greater and the small, whether it's a great or a small, everything is aligned by this supreme intelligence, and these elementals and the triune self will do it. So when you are balanced, so when it will be over, when you balanced your thought, I issued a thought, somebody actually hurt me, oh, something bad should happen to this guy, I issued a bad thought, I issued a thought, bad or good, I issued a thought. So when I issued a thought, that thought should exteriorize, or I should be able to understand that whatever the thought that I issued is not good, and I have to take it back. So in that way, all the thoughts, whatever that you have done, you should become they should be balanced. So the other day, those who work attended the Seth workshop, there is a one madam, I didn't remember, in the morning session, she is actually giving a meditation like the Purushatattvam, the male consciousness and female consciousness should become equal. Here also the Parsival is saying both of things should become equal. Then you should become the perfect sexless body. Then only you can go to the next level. So the same thing that she is saying, Purushatattvam and Stri Tattvam both should be equal, and they should be able to understand. Here is they should become balanced and they become perfect sexless body. Same thing he is explaining it. So according to the responsibility, these thoughts should be balanced. They do not exteriorize the thought. The thoughts exteriorize themselves. The doers are not exteriorizing the thoughts. The thoughts are exteriorizing. You are just releasing the thoughts, and when the time condition and the plane is coming, those thoughts are exteriorizing themselves. They are waiting for an opportunity by the elementals or invisible units, right? They are waiting for the opportunity that physical event to be happened. When the physical event to be happened, all the thoughts are getting excited. That's why suddenly you may become rich in the knowledge, or you may become rich in the physically or anything, because they are elementals, because these are the thoughts you released. So they waited for an opportunity and they came to you. These are the signatures enough on the breath form of every person to call down a good fortune and acute the calamities at any time. See, so all these signatures that you are making and the thoughts, right? All these are as a signatures, it was there. So as a signature, these are all the thoughts were there. So whenever these thoughts were there, they're there as a signatures, what is happening, So whenever all these thoughts are there, so these thoughts are the one which is actually making as a signature in your soul. When these thoughts are making as a signature on your soul, those thoughts will come again and again and exteriorize. If they are not, so we thought that, oh, it's a good fortune came to me, or God is so bad and he is giving me all the bad things, acute things are happening in my life. It's not that. Whether good fortune or acute things, both are coming to you only because of your past thoughts that you made, past signatures that are there on your soul. Only those are only the things that it is coming. The destiny of each human being, right? The destiny of each human being is worked into the general plane. When you are going to the pure soul, you are working on your destiny. So what will be by next life? You are working. So who is judging? You yourself. You as a thinker, you are judging yourself. So the soul is judging itself, whatever the things that it has done. So it is judging itself. The thinker is in touch with the government. So the thinker is the pure soul and it is in touch with the government and the justice. So you know whatever that you are doing, right? You know the pure justice only you can do. You will not say that, oh, I cannot take that, because you know that what you have done is a good or bad. So accordingly, you will take it. You will align yourself and brings the humans into this place of the life. So you align yourself with your thoughts, with your deeds and all. So that destiny you will write and you will get back. That's how the re-existence happen. Friends, after knowing all these things, do you blame God? for whatever the fortune you got. Fortune, anyway, you will not blame. Oh, God has given me good fortune. You will not blame it. But whatever the things, the bad things too that happened in your life, do you blame the God? That is what we have to understand after going into the re-existence phase, right? Everything that is happening in your life, if you, me, Sirisha, Srilata, or whoever is there, are together in this section and learning together, means it is the thing. Oh, at certain stage, when I want to learn some knowledge, oh, you all come in my life and teach me. That's what we had a contract before we come to this life. We had a that is why even though we are apart in this world, Sirisha is somewhere, I am in Texas, Cirilta is somewhere. So though we are not in the same place, we are in contact through this platform, trying to learn something, because this is the soul agreement that we had in the as a pure souls. Oh, whenever I want to learn, you guys should come to me. Okay, so similarly, whenever I'm in a dilemma, I do whether I can teach or not. Oh, Sirishagar, you have to come and you have to tell me that, oh, you can teach and you have to start. You have to push me. That is the agreement that I made it. That's why she came and pushed me. Oh, no, you have to do it. So then once I started, we are going and we are learning together, right? So everything that we are making in this earth planet, whatever the things that we are getting, it is not that somebody is giving. It is not that we ourselves has written and we got it, because we are the judges as a thinker. We know what we have done, good or bad, as a knower. We are the judges to ourselves as a thinker, and we bring some part of the doer. We didn't bring the whole bag. We just got some part of the doer portion, and we came to this earth planet to experience and to learn from it. Okay, that is, with that, the introduction to the re-existence are done. So we will go to the next chapter, the 4 kinds of units and progression of the units, how it will happen in the next